A policeman stopped traffic for a mother cat crossing the street, and the photograph people know was staged afterward. The original crossing happened on a street, but the camera did not catch it as it unfolded. Later, the moment had to be rebuilt from memory and observation. Harry Warneck staged a reenactment, placing the cat and the policeman back into position so the crossing could be photographed again. That second setup turned a passing street event into a composed image. The photograph was built from a real moment but not from a spontaneous snapshot. What survives is a photograph made from a real event, carefully repeated so the scene could be preserved in one frame. Red Sadelson was an NFL player and a working dentist at the same time. That sounds impossible now because each job can demand a full schedule. Sadelson kept one foot in the clinic and one on the field. The overlap worked because he kept practicing dentistry while playing professionally. Early pro football did not always mean a full-time sports job. That created a rare double career. He moved between dental work and professional football in the same period. The result is a simple but striking record. A dental office and an NFL field belonged to the same working life. Nat Horn started learning dance by sneaking out of Saturday night prayer meetings his Baptist minister father expected him to attend. His father opposed dancing, so home life and religious duty left little room for training. The conflict sat inside the same weekly routine. Horn solved that problem by leaving the prayer meeting before it ended and using the stolen time to train. That secret start became his first step into dance. He kept training in secret until dance became more than a forbidden interest. The boy in the prayer meeting was on a path toward choreography. That origin matters because Nat Horn later became a choreographer. His first lessons began with a quiet act of disobedience, and the memory of that room stayed behind him. Arne Furumark was headed for business, not archaeology, until a teenage visit to the British Museum changed his path. He had been planning a commercial career with business as the expected route forward. The museum gave him a different kind of future to consider. Among the museum's artifacts, the visit made archaeology feel possible and more compelling than commerce. That shift came from seeing the past as something to study directly. He changed direction and became an archaeologist. The decision turned a single museum visit into a new professional life. Furumark's career shows how one encounter with artifacts can outweigh an earlier plan. A teenager entered the British Museum and an archaeologist's path began. At the Kem River battle, Mongol forces used carts with iron-shod wheels on rocky ground. The ground there was not smooth. Ordinary wheels lose traction and shake hard on broken stone. Iron-shod wheels added a hard rim around the wood. That let the carts roll and hold up better on rough terrain. That adaptation helped the force move where ordinary carts would struggle. The land itself shaped how the army advanced. At Kem River, the cart was not just transport, it was a battlefield solution built for rock. In 1982, HMS Junella carried a naval mine on deck, and a wet mattress covered it for the voyage to Great Britain. The mine came from the Falkland Islands, and it was being moved as ship cargo rather than hidden below deck. The wet mattress was the safeguard. It helped keep the explosives cool while the ship crossed the ocean. That simple cooling method let HMS Junella carry the mine across a long sea route to Great Britain without moving it below deck. The voyage left one striking image: a naval mine on a ship's deck kept cool by a wet mattress. Some North Korean archaeological papers are written with nationalist elements built into the argument itself. They are not written in a neutral vacuum. They are shaped by Juche, North Korea's state ideology. That influence changes how the archaeology is written. Juche can steer the framing toward national identity, not just excavation facts. As a result, the papers often include nationalist elements in the way they present the past. The ideology sits inside the scholarship, not only around it. The outcome is scholarship that reflects state identity as much as excavation. The paper becomes both research and a statement of national purpose. Coldplay wrote Politic on September 11, 2001, the same day as the attacks. September 11, 2001 was the day of the attacks that changed public life across the United States. The attacks inspired the song's direction, so the writing happened inside the same day it was responding to. That link makes Politic more than a later reflection, because its origin sits in the immediate aftermath of the attacks. The result is a song whose first moment belongs to the same historical day it answers.